Hello, I am Melissa, and today I am going to talk to you guys about what we did. We went shopping at Goodwill and to Lowe's. So we started off with Starbucks and got a coffee to get us going for the day, and we got some coffee grounds while we were there. I plan on trying to make like a tea out of the coffee grounds for my plants, for my house plants. I use coffee grounds in my garden, but I've never tried to like add it to water and then use that water to water my house plants. I do use a fertilizer once a month on my plants, sometimes every other month, depending on like if I have up potted things like that. But I'm going to try this and see how it works. So from there, we went to a couple of Goodwills, and then we went to Lowe's last. So some things I found mostly just stuff for crafting, and then I've been looking for like metal cake pans for doing freezer meals. I just started doing those. I've done a couple of them, and they've worked out pretty well. So I'm hoping to continue that, but I would like to be able to get a few more pans so I can do more than just 3 casserole dishes. And then I'd prefer to stick to the casserole dishes just because I don't want to waste a lot of gallon sized bags. I have not done any freezer meals in the gallon sized bags yet, just because freezer bags can add up over time, and I'm not sure if I'm going to take time to wash them or not. So anyway, so we'll get started. So went to this one Goodwill, and this is the only thing I got there. I have a Cricut machine, and I'm new to it. I'm learning as I go. I've done a couple of t-shirts and a couple window clings just for my kids and my daughter's boyfriend, and that's it. But this has got some painting on it. I'm going to strip this off and probably the black and do it's like a black stain on it, and do a lighter stain. It's got these brackets on it. I'm going to take these off. I'm not actually sure what the brackets are for, but I on the side of my shed, I like to hang things up because it's right next to my garden, and it's got a lot of like the black metal stuff, and so I think these will just look good out there, and I'd be able to hang some stuff from them. It does have hooks on the back, so that's something that I don't have to worry about like adding on to it or purchasing later on. I'll be able to just use the hooks that are on it when I do this. And I spent $3 on this. We had gone to Michael's the other day looking at craft stuff, and we happened to go through where the wood is and was pricing it out, and like looking at little ornaments, like something about this big around to make a wooden ornament. They wanted $3 for something, I don't know, like a half an inch, maybe a little bit less, I'm not sure, and round. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, so for one, we live in the country, we do cut our own wood. And so we had gotten some brush from an auction, and it was walnut, and it's got like the nice black ring right through it. So it's about this big around, and then I'm not good with measurements. And then it's like, if I spread my arms out, it's from fingertip to fingertip. And so I kept one that was really straight, and I was like, I'm going to use that, and I'm going to cut it up, and that's what I'm going to make some ornaments out of, so I can save myself some money and try to make those ornaments. It's not going to be like something that I sell. This is something I want to do for my kids. They are in 4-H, and they show steers and hogs and chickens, and I saw some ornaments on Etsy that had the hogs and the steers on them, and I was like, that's cool, and I liked it. And so with the Cricut, I'm going to try and make those for them. Okay, so for the next one we went to, I found another board. And this one was $4, and it does have just the one little hook on it. And then again, it was painted. It does have some stuff on it. $4.09. I'm going to completely strip this one out. I do like the blue, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to find it again. I'm definitely going to take the Dream off, and this one's going to have a garden saying, and it's going to end up going outside by my garden. And then I found Cricut Paper. It was $2, and I was like, well, that's a good price. Being that I'm new to it, I haven't really been buying this particular brand. I've been buying like stuff off Amazon that's a little bit cheaper, but the roll is a lot thicker than what this is. There's a little bit, and it's a brand new roll, but you get more for less. I'm not sure on if you get a better quality or not, because I'm new to it. So, but we'll see. And it's just for fun. And this one is the window clean one, which just to play around. $2. So if I mess it up, I mess it up, and if not, I have some cool pumpkins for next year for Halloween to hang on the window. It was cold outside, and there's jars popping. So they had a brand new thing of jars there. It was $7 for these, which is not a huge deal. They are usually $8, $9, depending on whatever store you're going to for these little jelly jars, for these smaller size ones. But $1 is $1, and I know that I will be using these. I plan on purchasing some already. For jam, I like to give jam away at Christmas time to coworkers and people like that. And then this last year, I canned candied jalapenos, and I used those and gave them away to a couple of people at work, and they liked them, but it was in the next size up jar. And so I'd be able to gift more by doing them in the smaller jars. And I planned on finding some as the next year went on, but when I come across a brand new container of them at Goodwill, I was like, yep, not going to pass that up. I'm going to take it. Next, this is not anything that I was looking for, but I've wanted one, and it's the smaller ones. So I like these eggs with sausage in them or bacon in them, just a high protein breakfast thing. And I make them in a regular cupcake size pan, but I've been wanting to do the smaller ones because in the cupcake size pan, I'm obviously not filling up. I'm only filling it up halfway, and it only does so many. Well, this way I can make a whole lot more in the size that we're actually eating them in, and just convenience. Like, I don't know, I just thought it was kind of nice for convenience. It was $5 for this. The tag's not on it anymore. I've actually already washed it since I brought it home. Actually, somebody else washed it. I did not. But it's already been washed in the house. But yeah, so I'm excited to actually have this. This is not something that I typically would have purchased for myself, but when I saw it for $5, I was like, yes, I'm going to buy that for myself. And then these are, I actually have been keeping my eye out for trends, like I said, sorry, that was loud. With the freezer meals, I wanted to be able to have something that I can freeze in. I feel like the metal would be the best for me. We do have a deep freeze, but we raise our own cows and our pigs, and so they're typically full. So I don't want to do glass where if my kids are out there rummaging through stuff and looking for like a particular meat that I sent them out there for, that they're going to be slamming things around or dropping a frozen chuck roast onto a glass casserole dish. If they drop it on this, the worst it's going to do is dent it, and it's still usable to me. So the smaller one was $4.09, and the larger one was $5.09. Like, there's not a huge difference in them, but it's a little bit of a difference. And I didn't think that was a bad price. They're Baker's Secret. I'm not sure if that's a name brand or not. It's not something that I purchase a lot of. I did go out when we started doing the freezer meals. I went to Walmart and went to price them, and the glass ones were $8 or $9. I did buy the cheap cake pan ones, the Great Value brand, and they were only $4.95. So the smaller one is about the same price, and then the larger one obviously was more than what I could have got at Walmart, but it is a bigger pan. And these are like a double wall, like they're thick, like it feels like there's, I don't know, like an empty space in them. They feel, I don't know. So we'll see how they work out. I'm hoping that they'll work out pretty well. Next we went to Lowe's. So we went to Lowe's looking for, I can't remember what they're called. Those logs that you would put in your wood stove. Like if you're having problems getting it to start. So we have an outdoor central boiler. And sometimes when it's really windy or we're really busy, or we've been in town, like a trip, when we do like a grocery shopping and we head to town to do that takes us a few hours to do, and then we'll rely on the kids to fill a wood stove or something, and it doesn't always get done right or all the way full. But then the wind blows, something happens. It just happens, and it's just more convenient to start it with one of these. So we were going to go into Walmart and grab just a regular, just one log. but there's a Lowe's right next to that Walmart, and I was like, I kind of want to go to Lowe's and just look around. Like, I just enjoy going to Lowe's and looking around. So I was like, he's found a case of them. So we bought the case of them. Anyways, I seen the greenhouse on the outside, and you can see all the plants that were in there. You can see that they had moved plants over to the side, so it was facing the parking lot. Sorry, words are hard. I'm not thinking clearly today. Anyway, so all the plants were on the side of the greenhouse, and it's like tinted. So there's that. Anyways, I looking around, and I'm just gonna look. I'm not gonna purchase any. I'm just gonna look. I swear I'm not gonna purchase any. So then my husband comes around the corner, and I'm over here with these plants, and I've got them in my hands. One of them's a little far out of reach, and I'm actually like this in the store. They're on clearance, and he's like looking at me all crazy. I was like, I swear they're on clearance. They really, really are. Oh, I bent the leaf on that one. So this one, I've always wanted one of these plants. I hear they're really good for the air in your house, or like to put them in your bedroom. This one is actually going to end up going in my bedroom. It'll be upplanted or uppotted. It'll be uppotted, and a different container. But the containers are like a clay pots. This one was $5, which I feel is a good price for a plant. Like, especially when the planters themselves, if you do house plants, you know that house planters you can buy the cheap little plastic ones for $9. So these ones, I don't ever really purchase the fun ones because they're expensive. So I usually find them at garage sales, things like that. I've never actually gotten clay pots from a store and paid full price for them. I'll pay full price for the plastic ones because they're always the cheapest. Anyway, so this next one was $5 as well. And there was 2 of this particular plant, and I'm not sure what this plant is called. It's got like a burgundy down the sides of it. But there was one that was in there. You can see it right there. That one is, it's completely gone. There's no life to it. It's just the top of it. It's a little soggy. But I like this. Even if the plant doesn't survive this is good. But this plant is doing amazing. The other one, it's got all of its life in it. I think this one will be just fine. The next one here, this was not a deal thing together. This here was $4 for this, and it matched that one. And I actually have a plant that I have in mind for this when I saw it. It was dirty on the inside. There was obviously some sort of plant in here that they had in there, and the plant was not worth them even putting in the clearance aisle. So they put this up there with no plant in it. And then this is one of those fuzzies. I believe it's called an African violet. There was other ones in there, and they had some purple flowers, so I already have one that has purple flowers, but I'll take another one. And this one was $2, which I will pay $2 for a good houseplant any day. So yeah, so it was $2 for this, $4, $5 for this one. That I'm most excited about this. I've been wanting one of these, and every time I find them, they usually like $15, $20, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting one. Oh, I'm gonna get one, but then I never actually get it. And then this one here, I just love how pointy it is. I have one of those. I'm not sure what the actual name of it is. I call it a spider plant. That's what other people have called it, but it like kind of like this. It's got the nice little droopies, and then like it have an extension of one, and then like a little glob of babies will come off of that. I have one of those, and I'm not doing well with it. I've had it for a little over a year now, and it's got a little piece that sticks up. The rest of it just kind of droops down. And then I had one that was doing a baby off of it that I propagated off of it, and then I was like, well, I'm going to start fresh, see how it works. And it was doing great, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. And so I moved it outside in the summer, and it did great, and it was getting big and everything. And then it frosted, and I forgot to bring it inside. So that one was completely dead by the time that I remembered, oh yes, I still have a houseplant outside. So I did lose one. So we gained 3, but we lost 1. And I'm hoping that the mother to that one is going to be doing okay. It's not put off any more shoots, but we shall see. Hopefully it will. So I do have a couple videos that are about my garden, my vegetable garden. This video is being made in January of 2022. There is snow outside right now, so no gardening. And so I focus on my houseplants in the wintertime. I quite enjoy that. It's a lot less work, and I can replant them or move them around. I don't replant all of them, just some of them if I feel like they're getting bigger, a lot bigger than what the planter they're in. So I do have 2 of them that I do plan on up potting. This one here will get planted into probably this container. I might keep it in this one and not do the other plant in this, just because I don't know, I like the color of the purple in with this peach color. But we'll see. But these I will keep at the house for a good month before I up pot anything. I keep them away from the other plants, so these 3 are kind of like, they're in my living room, but they're not over by where all of my other house plants are. I just kind of keep them in their containers over on the side. They're not going to be next to anything. I'm not sure if in the wintertime I should have to worry about any kind of bugs or spiders coming out of them, but I'm going to hope for the best and hope that that's not something. I have brought plants home from greenhouses, and I'll bring them in and they'll be like a spider crawl out of them. I don't do spiders very well, so nothing has come out of these plants, and they look good. So, but it's just I don't know, it's just something that I like to do for myself. I will be doing videos on the seeds, what I plant in my garden though, and I also am, you will learn, not great at weeding my garden. I do try my best at weeding it, and the beginning of the year I start out with a bang and I keep on top of it, but then by the middle of summer it's hot, it's muggy, it's humid, and the mosquitoes are out of control around my house. I have a swamp out back, and then there is a pond right off my back deck. It used to be the deep end of a swimming pool, and it got turned into like a little koi pond, but there's no fish in it because we found that when we were feeding the fish would hear us walk on the rocks, and they would know that that was food, so then they would come to the end. Well, the wildlife around here learned that if you walk on the rocks, the fish come, and then they would eat the fish, so there is no more. And we're not going to continue to feed the wildlife like that. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe, and have a good day.